2, 1, let's go! Here we give you the real news, not the fake news like on other channels. And we'll post news that the other media just doesn't show you.
Good morning. Fun stuff. I just found that stupid Twitter. Not too long ago, whenever I made my account, there was already a Bushcraft family on Twitter. They never posted anything or anything like that. And I just found out that Bushcraft family was available. So I went and changed the tag on, my title on Twitter or X. And now I'm having issues with lives going through. So they verified me as being who I am. So now evidently I'm going to have to re-verify again, I guess, since my name changed. It's a pain in the butt.
Incredible.
I'm glad it's
well, I actually got a notification for you last night about the stream you did Sunday morning. So they're like way behind.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Short thing. Yeah.
Oh. So we got I didn't set this up until probably 1 o'clock this morning, so hopefully we get some people in here. We have Jennifer Ocean in here, Harvest Mary Moon, WTH is always in here this morning in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Bubble Bibble, and Idaho Garden Girl.
Good morning.
Cool.
Hope everybody's doing good.
I'm gonna mute because I gotta make a coffee.
Don't forget the runny eggs, please.
No, they only sing to you.
And as you can imagine, that's not it right there. There's a lot to go over with the news and everything. Again, a thing I called. I don't know if I was on 101s or it was one of the mornings I said it, but I said, well, it was the time that Biden got COVID, and I said Sunday he will drop out, and we got the Twitter or the X thing or whatever you want to call it message that he's dropping out and he's supporting Harris. So yeah, I better be quiet. I keep predicting this stuff. I'm gonna have somebody knocking at my door pretty soon.
Either that or we're gonna take your butt to Vegas and hang out for a week.
Right. Maybe 2 weeks, not a week, 2 weeks.
So I figured we'd start with a little of this.
Wait, let me get my applesauce. Hold on.
There we go. He's out of here. Now, we'll get to that in a little bit about the whole Biden stuff going on right now, because there's some interesting things happening. But we did find out as soon as it was reported again on Twitter, as soon as it was reported that Biden was dropping out, look what is heading our way. Hundreds. And there's more than hundreds right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, clear roads, everything. And it's like everybody got a memo saying, hurry, run to the border, there is a lot of immigrants going to be heading across that border real soon. Why do you think? I mean, is it, well, maybe it's Biden saying he's dropping out, that this is their only time to hurry up and get over here, or is there something else going on? I don't know. It's odd. As soon as that announcement came on,
Yeah.
everybody was forming to run for the border. And
Like Taco Bell.
we're going to see it.
Yeah, but don't they realize that once they get here, if they do make it through, that there's a big chance that they're going to get turned right around and thrown right back where they were.
That's normal though.
Right.
They do that all the time.
No, I know they do that all the time, but the door is not going to be open for free, so it makes them think they have a golden ticket,
Yeah.
Just because Biden said so, well, y'all being fooled, so.
The thing is, when living in Arizona for a good bit, I know people that would come across the border 30, 40 times. They'd get sent back. They don't have to pay to get sent back. Somebody else sends them back. And that's the thing is, like, say they wanted to go home, be in Mexico to visit relatives or something, they would purposely get caught and get a free ticket back to Mexico, and then after they
Yep.
visit relatives and whatnot, they'd come back over and go back to work and everything, like nothing ever changed.
Like nothing ever happened, yeah.
Yeah. But the fact that we're getting, and again, they just say hundreds, but it's in the thousands, on foot heading to United States. So again, is this something that's even going to make it to the news? I should say,
No.
The mainstream media.
Probably not, because it's look over there and not over here thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most definitely.
And this, to me, this next story here is a bit concerning because the state the world is in and whatnot. But next generation U.S. jet fighter program may get hit by budget woes, and we need to stay on top. We need to stay on top. As soon as we start dropping below that edge that we have, that's when the other big boys out there decide, hey, we can take them now. They're falling below the line, and a lot of times, yeah, when stuff like this starts happening, it's just not one program. It's multiple programs that'll be hit, and this just one that we really need to be on top with is that the fast fighter jets and the strike teams and things like that. And when they're talking about, budgets, $28.5 billion, that's really not that much, but it is. And having, oh yeah, definitely. Well, and I've talked about this before, and I've it makes me very upset that they tell my son to sign up for food stamps for his family. What? He's in the military. And I'm like, how do they say that? I mean, this is supposed to be the military. You're supposed, you put your life on the line. I'm not saying everybody does, but there's a good majority that does, and we can't make sure that their families are taken care of and whatnot. They have to be on food stamps to feed their family.
Which is nothing.
It's
nowadays.
crazy. Oh, I'm on a disability. I get a whopping $12 a month.
You need to come to Massachusetts because you would get about $300 a month being on disability.
Yeah,
There's a difference between what states do what. Yes. And it is available, but no. It's not worth it.
And usually, which sounds really weird and everything, is I try not to touch it so that I can have put the money towards Christmas dinner.
Right. Because
for a year, you get Christmas dinner
because
or
they
a ham
expire in a year. Yeah. So if you use it right at Christmas time, right before they expire. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. But again, this is what irritates me with our military. Our military, they should be getting paid more than a guy in McDonald's flipping a burger.
They should get everything for free. Healthcare, food.
Yeah, it's
if it wasn't for the military, none of us would be as free as we are.
Yeah. It used to be a lot different, and I'm not saying it's because Biden or whatever, but
no, it's
I remember when I first, and it's not. I would rather be out there working, because I would make more money than I get on Social Security, being disabled and whatnot. But it used to be like medication, which when I first was on it, I didn't take medication, but if I had to, my medical would take care of it. Or if I had to go to a dentist or the eye doctor or whatever, it would take care of it. There's only certain things that it will actually cover now. So I actually have to go to another agency, the welfare office, to get another medical thing to pay for, go to the dentist and you can only do you can only do it once a year.
Yep.
You pay all these taxes all these years for this service, and you don't get it. Let's see. Here's our next one here. Well, yeah, we're gonna go, and this does make a lot of sense here. During the Trump assassination thing, free speech worked great. I should say free speech on certain platforms. X being one of them, I hands down, a lot of information came from Twitter accounts and TikTok. The only
Yep.
reason we see it on YouTube is because it's actually coming from Twitter and TikTok. Very seldom is somebody out there filming something and then putting it right on YouTube itself. There are a couple that comes from straight from YouTube, but the problem is being that if you post it on YouTube, chances are you're going to get in trouble. Now, if you do something like I'm doing here, to where we're talking about it, it's commentary and stuff like that. It falls on another guidelines to where we can actually put it out there. Being it comes from somewhere else, not YouTube. And that's where, and they go talk about, it was almost every minute something new was coming out on Twitter and TikTok, mainly Twitter, that it was almost play by play. Oh, this guy's over here. And then here comes another video showing, oh, there's a guy up on the roof. The news didn't have this stuff. When the news started posting it, the media companies were actually getting paid by the government, or Secret Service, or whoever you want to say. We're actually paying the media to post different stories. If it was true or not, it didn't matter, as long as they got everybody, wishy-washing back and forth to make it sound like everybody was nuts. Like the ladder, the guy up on the water tower. There's a guy on the water tower that had a zip line that zoomed across the field and got in an SUV and took off and whatnot. There were so many stories out there that was just, I mean, how many times have you heard multiple shooters? I'm not saying there wasn't, but it didn't come from Twitter. It didn't come from, other sources. It came from the media. The mainstream media is pushing out this stuff. And why do you think that is? It's because they're trying to get as much information out there to keep everybody's eyes from focusing on the main culprits. And this is all hearsay, but yeah, you kind of go with it the way it is there. But again, you can tell the difference in X and even Facebook. Did you see anything on Facebook? I don't do Facebook anyway, but the time I click on Facebook and then go to Facebook Market, I didn't see anything except for people, hating on each other. Other than that, I didn't see no videos or no that kind of stuff on Facebook. It was just mainly Twitter and TikTok. And our next thing is, we're going into the Biden thing. Republicans call on Biden to resign as president. Democrats back Harris.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
now, the way I look at this, it's just one of those headlines that get put out there to keep your mind off of
Mm-hmm.
the other stuff. But there is talk now. Biden has all this money for his campaign.
Where's it going?
And a lot of people think that this money will transfer over to Harris.
And no.
It doesn't quite work that way. That they'll figure a way to get it over there, but there's another issue. Now, if for some reason, Biden isn't here anymore, or Biden completely drops from being our president, then she would take over. She would get that money, that campaign money. I'll put it that way, the campaign money. She is getting donations now, but she would really like that. I think it's 190 million, something like that. She would rather love that.
Yes, she would.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
But still, it's, if anything, he should call the vote, not to vote, but to donate it to her.
Yeah, he can't.
He can't?
No. He can't legal, because that money is for the Biden campaign. So you can't just give somebody the money,
because a lot of the donors don't want her.
Yeah.
So
No,
you
I
just-
know that. I know that.
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
know. None of them really want her at all.
well, there's a lot of legal,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to go into all the legal stuff because I don't know half of it, or probably 90%.
Well,
of it.
she just raised 45 million over the weekend, so
Oh yeah,
I don't think she's gonna be itching for money, but
because Soros withdrew his money from Biden,
Mm-hmm.
and so they say you can't really know, but and then he put money on Harris, and to me, I don't think there should be any donations for this. There shouldn't be campaign money and all that stuff, because anytime there's money involved, there's dirty deeds.
Yep.
yes.
It's a GoFundMe gone bad.
Yeah.
And in a normal world, people would be asking for an investigation, but I have zero confidence in
Oh,
any of those agencies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Zero. It's a hot.
well, this just came in. Joe Biden's brother Frank says Biden's declining health played an considerable role in his decision to drop out. Suggests Biden is near death. I tend to agree with the last bit of that,
Mm-hmm.
because let me see. Where do we have? Okay, yeah, our next story will kind of go into this, but if this is the case, why is he still president?
Mm-hmm.
If his own brother says he's near death, that's why he quit. And we all know the letter on Twitter, it wasn't done with him.
No, he didn't write that.
No. Of course not.
And unless it's a bowl of ice cream, he has trouble handling it. And our next one goes into this story here is Joe Biden alive? Seriously.
Yeah.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I hate to say it because I don't have any ill will against anybody. I'm not going to wish harm to anybody, even if it's Biden or whoever else.
Right.
the fact being, when we seen him come or walk up them stairs and come down them stairs of the plane and have somebody help him get his legs in and scoot him over and everything, that's somebody on their last leg. And I don't mean it to be bad or anything, but
No,
Yeah.
like you said, ill will at all.
if he's not already, gone, if we don't hear anything for the next 7 days, we're not going to see him again. They'll and it's hard to say how long they would keep us in the dark if he is not here anymore. And you kind of get where I'm going with this, because you sit there and think about it. He could already have been gone that night when they're pushing his legs in the door, driving him home. He could already be gone, and we wouldn't know it because they're trying to keep him in there long enough to do whatever they need to do, be it pardon somebody or pardon family members or whatever the case may be. If all of a sudden you hear Biden has pardoned this person and this person, or sign this bill in or something like that. If you see a bunch of stuff going on like that, I'm afraid to say that he's not with us anymore, and there's somebody else signing papers in his place. So that's got to be something that we're thinking about right there.
I don't think he's been with us for quite a while.
Well,
no. I mean, physically.
Oh,
I believe it's that is a show.
Well, that's
my father. He's 93, and he said last night, "That's not JB. That's not the man I grew up watching." Well, he's a lot older than Joe, but
right.
I don't believe it. The technology's there. I don't believe it. I think their corruption is so deep in Washington that they can pull out anything to, deceive the public. The deception right here. What's Corinne Jean-Pierre, that crazy wackadoodle? What's she going to say in her press conference now about? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Now he's not fine. Now he is fine. Now he isn't fine.
Yeah.
It's just they are so blatant with this. It's actually insulting that they think they're going to spoon feed us this bullshit. And but that's just me. I had to get my rant out.
The truth can be buried as far as you want it to be buried, but within time, the truth does come out. So for anything,
I hope so.
And transition into her. I'll play the video after this, but pro Trump super PAC hammers Kamala Harris in brutal ad after Biden drops out of the 2024 race. Yeah, you knew it was coming. You knew this was coming, and I was kind of wondering how the Trump ads would start coming out. How they would portray this. Would they be going after? She didn't do anything during the time she was in the White House, but fire people and have people run away from her and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and let me go put the video up of this. And I don't know if anybody's seen this yet or not. So let's get it up there.
Kamala was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion, runaway inflation, the American dream dead. They created this mess. Kamala owns this failed record. Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising. Kamala was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
That's the first one they're going with. So
They better watch out, because she might not be the presumptive nominee. Don't spend all your money on her. Let's see what happens. Because it's going to be a shit show in Chicago.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's she still has to be nominated. Just because Biden says, "Oh, I support her," doesn't mean anything.
Right. Doesn't mean anything.
It's just an endorsement.
Yep.
He can't make her be the nominee to run for president. She has to get the votes from, and I think to get your foot in the door, I think there's like 300 votes that she needs
from 3 or 4 different states, right?
Yeah, and then after that, there's another bit she has to go through, and somebody else can come in and run against her during this time.
Well, in this situation, yeah, because it's going to be an open convention.
Yeah.
And she's going to have to work for every delegate. Every one of them she's going to have to work for.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want her running.
And
yeah, I saw that. It was either
101
today or the day before. Yeah, there's a lot of videos of him in his golf cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was this was going around quite a bit, that Joe Biden wasn't going to endorse Harris, but bowed to the pressure over the weekend to change his course. Now, was it actually pressure, or is he not with us anymore? There was a lot going on. Russia media already said that he had quit. There were staff members that heard this Friday, said that he quit. He wasn't going to run for a second term. And then you didn't hear much more about it. And then all of a sudden, they said, well, we'll wait until Sunday to announce it. Why Sunday? I don't know. Why didn't they announce it on Friday? I think it's to give a head start to, Harris and all that stuff. But they did announce Sunday that, again, on Twitter, not live, it was a Twitter post. And yeah.
Morning, Josh.
Hey, Josh. And I think
A couple of people just
one's in here, and I think we're getting just Kip.
Donna.
Hey, Huga, how's it going? Yeah, there's in this next few days, this week, we're gonna find a lot of stuff out. So be warned. I mean, we have some stuff coming up that the Secret Service stuff will be going, investigation circus will be going on. I should say the circus. A lot of that is coming up this week, so there's going to be a lot in the news. But pay attention to these little stories on the side that seem to mean nothing. There's going to be a lot of that. And to be honest, this next one, I didn't even know and I'll show the story here. I didn't even know who this woman was, and it's kind of scary. I'll show pictures of. I didn't know who this was.
Oh, jeez, is that?
It's Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, yeah. You need to.
Uh,
Josh had
yeah.
a question too.
Oh, what was it?
True that there were 0 last night.
Well, except for when somebody came in and interrupted us. I don't know who that was. But no demerits last night. I think everybody was pretty good.
She's horrible. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Keep her picture scrolled down.
Yeah. No,
I-
no, no, no,
That's scary.
no, no.
I
That-
just
I
woke
didn't know
up.
who it was. I'm serious. I
That's
was
like that's like running eggs for Irish.
That's like a nightmare right there. Oh my goodness, she's horrible.
Yeah, that's why he's hiring his own team. And
Yep.
there's plenty of volunteers out there that volunteered for the job.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she was crying. I'll go ahead and play the video.
Right,
know.
my eyes.
I know Eric wants to see this.
Hang on, let me go take a pill.
Too
I
late.
know. Oh my gosh.
The whole thing is very, very unnerving. It's very unnerving. In 100 days, people are saying to me, my therapist actually said to me, well, it's a long time between now and November. No, it isn't. We're about to start school again. You know how quick all of a sudden it's Halloween and then it's Thanksgiving break. So by Thanksgiving break, we're going to know whether we still have democracy in the United States. That's
Now, this is their thing. You know, saying that we're not going to have democracy and the world's going to end and all this stuff. He was already president once. How do they say it's going to end all of a sudden when he becomes president again? You can't say that our whole United States is doomed and we're going to be saluting a certain way or all kinds of other stuff that they're blabbing about, because he's already been a president before,
right.
and he did a good job. I mean, our economy was the best it's been for a long time, other than the sickness thing that came along. But I think he did as good as jobs I think he could done
As
with
anybody could have, yeah. Well,
with the stuff that was being said to him.
doesn't she realize, like, these people, they still haven't realized that the people that were running the country right now, they're giving democracy a bad name.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
our country
It's
is they're laughing at us.
Yeah,
When
they don't even know the definition of it. That's just what happens when evil takes over. They just don't care.
when you say in the 80s or something, if somebody told you in the next 20, 30 years you're going to see men with boobies flashing themselves on the White House lawn, and he would have said, "Oh, you nuts. No, that'd never happen." It's happened, and nobody seems to care. I mean, there's people that were upset about it, but it's like, it goes. You would think, how they used to say it goes in one ear out the other. It seems like nothing shocks people anymore. You have these weird people. You have a flag that the rainbow flag being flown right next to the American flag. and that um, there's protocol for the flag being raised and everything. In this country, there's not supposed to be a flag even with or above the American flag, no matter what. That's I don't know if it's written law or whatever, but that's it. There's not supposed to be a flag above the American flag or even with, because we're supposed to be at top of all other flags. The fact that you have a rainbow flag, even with the American flag, that's a disgrace right there alone. And it was like talked about for 15 minutes. And then, there was a couple images on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, and then it was gone. Nobody cared about it after that. It's ridiculous that it seems to be the norm. How bad can we shock people and then it just go away? And I'm not even going to listen to the rest of her blabber.
Well, you've got all of these Hollywood elites, and first of all, nobody really cares what their opinion is. I certainly don't.
No.
They've been making money hand over fist with the American public on the big screen. So now all of a sudden, all of them, all of the Hollywood elites, but
yeah,
the one thing that they should do is sit down, relax, and, just get a big bowl of that's my answer to them.
Hey, Adam,
you've been saving up for that there?
No, that was off my cell phone.
We got Adam stands by the jam. UK dropping in. We got some problems. It's not good. Yep. We all got problems. Yes, we do.
Oh yeah. and there's a lot of people overseas that are hoping and praying that we get rid of, and I vote him out, Biden. Watch how I say that. Because the economy and everything was better everywhere when Trump was in office. But let's go ahead and go back to, the assassination attempt. Now, I've been following this for quite a while with this. There have been glimpses of people, and I'm not saying who they are or anything like this, but there are glimpses of people that we're seeing, and we're seeing quite a bit at the rally in Pennsylvania. And more stuff is coming out about these guys. And it's not the guys in black, which you would think, the men in black, all that. But it's actually the men in gray. There have been guys in gray suits throughout this area. And they walk around like they don't need, certain IDs to get through anything. It's almost like everybody knows, leave the guys in gray alone. They can do whatever they want. And this video is allegedly, and again, I have to say that because I don't know for sure, and I don't want YouTube to think I'm making fake news or anything like this. These guys actually went up on the roof and photographed that shooter before he was investigated and all that stuff up on the roof, you know, where they scan your ID and take the face pictures and all that. I'll go ahead and play it so you can see it. And you can see him back over here. Anytime they put these arrows, they always put them in the wrong spot, but you can see him back up here. Now, this is not the only guy. And if you pay attention to his ears, you can see there's a listening thingy there, headset or whatever you want to call it. But again, this guy had just got done taking pictures, and if look what time it is, 6:16.
Yep.
6:11 was the time of the shooting. So in 5 minutes, he had already went up there, took the pictures, and he's back down here. I'm not saying who it is or whatnot, but no IDs, no IDs showing on front or anything like that. It's just able to do what he wants to do in that area. And there's other of these so-called men in gray throughout the whole area, and there's more and more video coming out of these guys walking through areas. No, I don't think it's not them. 101. It's a much higher. They don't have IDs or anything. They don't have badges showing to get in places. As soon as they go through, they walk around the metal detectors and everything. Nobody stops them. It's like everybody already knows who they are, and nobody stops them. No local police or anything like that.
We'll put it this way: they're in lighter colored suits, so that way they don't get as hot. No.
But there were quite a few of these in the little tent areas, and a lot of them showed up afterwards, after the 6:11 time happened. A lot of them showed up after that. And
Amanda?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and show a friend's video here. And one-on-one knows about this. He had already mentioned me, and I was already talking to her ahead of time about this.
Right
at the end of the convention, and I even told 101 I was surprised he didn't catch on it, and he said I'm not an opera person, so which I thought it was. When I first heard it, I thought it was Hunt for Red October, but then I realized it was a Sum of all fears. And here, let me go ahead and put her up here.
Beach Hammond says now we can add the gray suit to our shift supplies. Morning, Southern Belle.
There we go.
You may have heard of Tom Clancy, one of the most successful authors in the country. His books like The Hunt for Red October and Rainbow Six were bestsellers that went on to spawn blockbuster films and video game franchises. But did you know that many of his fictional plots have eerily come true? For example, his 1994 novel Clear and Present Danger tells a story of a desperate U.S. government who, through the CIA, intercepted phone communications between drug cartels in South America to launch covert military actions without congressional approval. We now know from Snowden leaks that the government has in fact utilized phone tapping and secret military operations. A few months before the capture of Osama bin Laden, Clancy released Dead or Alive, which detailed the capture of a terrorist mastermind who evaded U.S. intelligence authorities by hiding out in Las Vegas. One of Tom Clancy's most successful video games, Ghost Recon, was released in 2001 but set in 2008. The game begins with a conflict between Georgian rebel forces and Russian nationalists who have seized power with the intent of reestablishing the Soviet Empire. Oddly, the Russia-Georgia War began in April of 2008. In the 1994 release, Dead of Honor, Clancy's recurring hero Jack Ryan outmaneuvers a ruling Japanese cabal who was in an economic dispute with the United States. A Japanese airline pilot's son and brother die as a result of the conflict. Driven insane with grief, the pilot flies a Boeing 747 into the U.S. Capitol during a joint session of Congress. Clancy's first book, The Hunt for Red October, which was released in 1984, had a character named Peter Henderson, who was a KGB spy who infiltrated the U.S. government. Interestingly, it's been confirmed via U.S. government emails reported by the New York Post and in easily searchable emails at BidenLaptopEmails.com that Joe Biden used the Peter Henderson name as an alias. Rumors often circulated that Tom Clancy's thrillers were so detailed in their descriptions of military and covert operations that the FBI had investigated the Baltimore novelist to determine his sources. After Clancy's untimely, suspicious death in October of 2013, the Baltimore Sun submitted a Freedom of Information Act request for any FBI files on Clancy. The FBI sent back 46 pages, including several redacted pages of background checks federal authorities had conducted. Interestingly, the Jack Ryan character in his novels was modeled after his business partner Steve Pieczenik. Pieczenik is not only an author like Clancy, but is known as one of the world's most experienced international crisis managers, hostage negotiators, and legendary military intelligence agents in American history. He's an expert in psychological warfare, political psychology, regime change, intelligence, counterintelligence, and covert operations. His novels are based on his 20 years of experience in resolving international crises for 5 U.S. administrations, serving as a consultant to the U.S. Department of State, Deputy Assistant Secretary of State under Henry Kissinger, Cyrus Vance, and James Baker. Google and the media would have you believe that Pieczenik is a conspiracy theorist, despite all of his experience and accolades. But I wanted to play a short clip for you from a video he released on January 17, 2017. It was one of the first where he finally showed his face after more than 25 years, but the content will help you understand why they want him silenced.
On November 1, 2016, Hillary and Bill Clinton and their entourage of assistants effected a civilian coup. In contrast to the usual concept of a coup where the military is involved and takes over the White House and communication centers, very much like the scenarios you see in a movie, this coup was done silently and very effectively through 2 methods, corruption and co-optation. The Clintons have been involved in co-opting our White House, our judiciary, our CIA, our Federal Bureau of Investigation, our Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, and our Director of the FBI, James Comey, for some time now.
Google him for yourself. Now that you understand the narratives, you'll see what I mean. Thanks for listening.
Yep. And
I love
it kind of
her.
makes you think there a little bit. A lot of that, how
Yep.
much of it's already came true and we just don't know. I mean, 3 of the books, you can almost say now, you know, that some all fears. There's a little difference in there, but kind of falls on the same thing. Oh, could be. Yeah, I don't know because I hate to say it when I'm right, but
Morning, Historic Pepper.
yeah, I'm not going to say any more about that because I'm starting. Because I called it that, you know, and you can go back and look at the videos before these things happen. I called the Trump thing that happened to him. I said as soon as all this court thing was over, I said
Mhm.
he's going to have to watch it because they're going to be coming after him. And I mean, not by law, by taking him out.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing that happened, boom.
Yep.
And then you have the Biden thing. Okay, you going to go live tonight? Oh, let me see here.
Okay.
Oh, I did. Eric, I did there. I have a friend that wanted you to take up bike riding with him, and I thought, well, that'd be something good for you to do,
What are you driving at, Bush?
I'll go ahead and put it up here. He needs a partner to go bike riding with, so here you go.
Lord, here we go.
Oh no.
Looks like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've actually seen this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
No.
Now I've done stuff like that when I was younger, but
Right, B-Chan was like, no.
they'd have to haul me up in a helicopter first to get me up there.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm gonna climb up there.
No, I'm not going up there.
That's definite cliffhanger right there. Oh.
And here, this is just an image. So and it's a good one to think about. Now you got to pick one of these. Which one would you pick? You're gonna be on an island to survive. Which one of these are you gonna take?
Can we take half and half?
No, only one or the other.
And we're gonna be on an island. I'll take the meat.
Okay. Eric?
Eric, take the fruit and vegetables. That way we can merge together.
Sorry, I got a phone call. I'll take the right.
See?
Okay. And sorry, crazy, but that would be the right decision because
seeds. I know.
For one thing, you got a chicken right there.
Oh, for the meat?
No, you don't want the meat. You want the eggs.
No, I can't even see it. I was just teasing around.
And once the meat's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
You want something that it can be renewable type thing.
Well, that's why Eric took the right, because we're all going together. So we'll just merge it together.
See you, Idaho Garden Girl. You have a good day. But yeah, this is going around. There's a lot of discussion, and a lot of people went for that meat.
Yeah.
They don't see anything but the big old steaks and the big.
Please eat before you look at
stuff.
Yeah. Eat before you look at it. It makes you think better.
I mean, a lot of that I see doesn't have any seeds, and I don't know. And I'm assuming on the right, it might be a potato and it might be an egg. So I'm not sure. If it's a potato, you can grow potatoes, and especially if you're on an island.
Is that a motor on the back of the boat on the right? Beach Almond says. Let's zoom in.
Yeah, there's motors on both of them.
On both of them? Okay.
Yeah. You can see it over. Well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Over here.
Way back there. Yeah.
And then over here.
But the meat looks so
I'm taking both boats.
Yeah, see, I wanted to split it, so.
I don't know who this guy is, but I like him already. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen. Oh,
Yep, carrots in the
what?
back.
It didn't pop up. There we go. Okay, I don't know who this guy is, but I like him.
Representative, will you commit to opposing a nationwide abortion ban?
Will you commit to putting some sunscreen on those legs? Man, I got to wear welding goggles out here. They're so wide.
I don't know who he is, but I like him.
Heroic says, if I'm turning motors on and going to Chick-fil-A.
Representative, will you commit to opposing a nationwide abortion ban?
Will you commit to putting some sunscreen on those legs? Man, I got to wear welding goggles out here. They're so wide.
This poor guy, he doesn't know what to think.
Oh, gosh. That's too funny.
Okay. Oh, figures TH2 knows who he is.
Yep.
Chick-fil-A has 67 ingredients in their chicken. One that
It's found in
is
Play-Doh.
found in Play-Doh, not good additive.
Right? I don't eat. I tried it because I was close to it, but I mean, I'm not much of a.
You realize there's people out there that have never cooked a meal. That's all they do is fast food.
Takeout. Yeah.
Imagine their guts. Ugh.
Their guts, and then when things really go down, they're going to be the first ones knocking on everybody else's doors.
Yeah.
You might see a freedom seed fly by them or two.
There is another. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, the junk food ads are they're ads toward kids. They're online ads right now, and they're targeting kids.
And they've tripled.
Yeah,
quadrupled.
And in the last, what does it say, 4 years, projects of a 700% increase in childhood diabetes. 700% in 4 years. That's nuts. 700%. That you could almost say that every kid out there is going to be getting diabetes. 700%. That's all. That's a lot. I'm not saying all, but that is a lot.
It's time to go to the drive-through at Watt-a-Filet. Watt said he cooked some Watt-a-Filet yesterday, grilled some chicken thighs. Pat said she had 2 die from the in her area from the sliced deli meat thing.
Yeah, that's I was going to talk about it, but I figured it's already been out there so long.
Oh yeah, it's been out there. Yep.
Yeah, but it's still going on. But it's at the top of the hour. We kind of went over just a little bit, but
it's not that bad.
Yeah, there's a good out right there.
Bacon grease. I used to always say
peace, bacon grease.
I used to always say peace, love, and hair grease, but peace, love, and bacon grease. Yep.
Yeah, we'll be here later on tonight, live at 7. I do believe I'll be on for the full 2 hours tonight. And then 101 said he's going to be live tonight, so we'll have to see. I've heard this before, so we'll have to see if he's actually live tonight. So be looking for that. And we'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, and I hope to see you guys then. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us today, and God bless.
Peace out.